Originally a retro-slap joke game to mock the current asymmetrical horror game climate of Roblox right now, it's become one of my favorite games on this platform right now. Made by the same person that made Outlaws of Robloxia, Saucify, and has a level of quality that most Roblox games just miss. Today I'll be telling you all about it and how to play it. All about Die of Death is an asymmetrical horror game, as we just established, that has a unique and consistent art style. The OST is amazing, this entire video has it playing in the background. The art, and not only the maps and characters, but also the UI has a certain charm to them. The game is composed of 5 killers: Pursuer, Badware, Artful, Killdroid, and Harken. Let's take a look at them first. Pursuer is listed by the game as an apex predator. He is a rushdown style killer with 27 sprint speed and 110 stamina. He's almost guaranteed to catch up with you eventually. Swing is Pursuer's first ability. It has a 1-second cooldown and does 20 damage upon hit. It launches Pursuer forward for a little bit before slowing him down slightly after the attack, before returning him to his original speed. Cleave is Pursuer's next ability. It lunges you forward, giving you extra speed in order to hit the survivor. If you land the attack, it does 20 damage and an additional 10 damage over time from bleed. The person who gets hit by this attack gets lunged forward, but Pursuer stays behind as he puts the sword back on his back, leaving him very vulnerable. Howl is Pursuer's third and possibly most overpowered ability in his kit. He stands still for about 2 seconds as he roars, slowing all civilians within 100 stuns for 6 seconds. This ability is best used whenever both parties are at low stamina. Stalk is Pursuer's fourth and final ability. On use, he cloaks himself, becoming invisible, undetectable, and gains a ton of speed. Ending the ability naturally, as in waiting for the ability to end, with a short animation of Pursuer fading in. Casting the ability while Pursuer is already in stock does the same thing, but the animation is slow. Despite having such a simple kit, Pursuer has a very skill-based kit to play, needing necessary understanding of the fundamentals to succeed. Knowing stamina management is the majority of this kit. As Pursuer, your goal is to trap the civilian to reset the chase. Whenever you can, make sure you can cut the survivor off at any of their escape points. Whenever this happens, use Howl and then chase the survivor. There is not much the survivor can do past that point except hope that his teammates help. Focusing certain kits will also be beneficial to your success. Care pads, bonus pads, caretakers, and love shots are all people you really want to keep a target out for, as they can extend chase or do mass heals from any chip damage due on civilians out of chase. Next priority would be the stunners. A 3 or 2 second stun will hurt your chase, especially when you're so vulnerable to almost everything after using most of your moves. Badware is a snowballer. His best playstyle is mostly camping around his computers until he has about 4 of them, and then he starts killing survivors. His swing is very similar to Pursuer's. 1 second cooldown, 20 damage with the speed and slow to it. Firewall bypass is the snowball. Every 15 seconds you can place a computer down. When you are within range of a computer, you get speed that helps you catch up to the civilians you're chasing. You can place up to 6 of these computers. Bolt is, to me, a very unbalanced ability. On use, Badware screams before dashing forward. It deals 10 damage plus 5 for every computer you have placed. You can regenerate stamina during it, so catching up to survivors with your already broken 120 stamina is incredibly easy. Rift is your catch-up ability. On use, everybody gets signaled that Badware is about to teleport. To Badware, you can click on any computer you have placed and near instantly teleport to it, destroying the computer and giving yourself 2 attached computers worth of speed temporarily, on top of any computers you step in range of. In my opinion, Badware is the best killer in the game as of the IAOSU update, but as a trade-off, he's the least fun to play. You usually just wait and chip down on greedy civilians that try to destroy your computers. Given that, I don't have very many tips for Badware. Bolt is very good for catching up with survivors early game, and when you have more than 30 computers down, it becomes incredibly overpowered as an offensive move. You reset Chase with the 27 of lead, and already have done over 25 damage to survivor if you land it, making the Chase an easy win. Rift is also possibly the most annoying ability in the game, being able to just destroy a computer and give the civilians caught in blast radius 10 damage from bleeding, as well as being able to easily catch up. It's no fun in the slightest. Badware is the representation of damned if you do, damned if you don't. No fun if you camp, no win if you don't. No fun playing civilian or Badware, to me at least. I haven't lost a single game with this dude, and I've been playing Die of Death for 2 days playtime. Artful is a trapper killer. He has the same run speed as a civilian and only 90 stamina. He relies on his abilities and maps, more on that later, more than he does his swing, a stark difference to most other killers here. Artful's swing is the same as the other two, so I'm not going to go into it. His first ability is Implement. With a 15-second cooldown and after a short windup, Artful creates a wall that raises from the floor. The wall has health that scales with the amount of living civilians, getting stronger the more there are. These can be used to easily and quickly cut off a loop. His next ability is Copyright. Artful plays a long animation before placing a music box that slows the closest person within its range. There is a max of 2 music boxes placed at a time, so use them wisely. Repurpose is Artful's most complex ability. On use, he reaches forward and attempts to pocket the enemy's touching. Doing this to a civilian does not steal the civilian. All of the following have to be replaced after one use, so keep that in mind. Walls make the ability into a projectile, dealing 15 damage on hit and a splash damage within 15 studs while solving anything the wall directly touches. Music boxes makes the ability buff Artful speed after a short animation and for a short time. Civilians turn the ability into a puppet that pathfinds to the closest civilian. Artful himself is very map dependent, relying on cutting off loops and popular paths to catch reliably. Maps like Glass Houses leave Artful very vulnerable as there are just too many loops. Puppet is also very vulnerable to block, which does still give Artful himself helpless. There is a special LMS if you happen to get to that stage with the banana civilian. The peel can shoot bananas like a cannon rapidly, dealing 25 damage to Artful. Both the civilian and Artful get speed buffs, with Artful getting an additional stamina buff. There's a cool theme and a longer LMS timer. Killdroid is my least played killer, simply because he requires tryharding a bit too much. He is a ranged zoner with 24 sprint speed, which is less than a civilian, and 110 stamina. Killdroid's M1 ability is actually different this time. On use, Killdroid throws out a rocket that explodes, dealing splash damage to people within a short range. If you are hit with the splash of the rocket, you take 25 damage, the second highest M1 damage possible. Killdroid's next ability is Flight. After a single beep, Killdroid takes to the sky, his M1 now having an aimbot. If Killdroid runs into anything, he ragdolls, falling from the sky and is open to stuns for a short time. Killdroid's third ability is Deploy. Killdroid stands still as he waits for a killbot to deploy where he stands. Whenever a civilian stands close to the killbot, it goes up 1 tick every about half a second or so. Once it hits 5 ticks, the killbot explodes, dealing 25 damage to all in range. However, it can be baited out by standing a specific distance away within tick range but not damage range. Killdroid's last and also least useful ability is Detonate. After a short windup, Killdroid starts loudly beeping for 6 seconds before exploding. Those next to Killdroid take 25 damage and get ragdolled. Those near but not in damage range get slowed severely for a long time. Killdroid himself takes 125 damage from this. Being able to play Killdroid well depends on your aim, timing, predictions, and movement. You should understand your kit, where to place your killbots, and how to effectively use your detonate. Block will be your greatest enemy as your rockets are reactable, so you must know how to bait those blocks out. Has 114 stamina and 26 sprint speed. While in rage, she has 94 stamina and 31.25 sprint speed. Her health is only 400, making her incredibly vulnerable to the stunners. It has a passive named Echolocation. Most of every move, including her and other killers, fills her noise meter. When her noise meter fills, she becomes enraged. Her M1 is a swing. Same will calm, 25 damage and range her chain, 31 damage when both are active. Her next ability is Agitation. When used, Harken plays the punch animation before sending out a shockwave, stopping upon civilian hit or whenever it reaches the end of its range. Civilian's hit will fling upward and take 15 damage on a 20-second cooldown. Third ability is Tangle. After a short windup, Harken tosses the javelin straight out. If survivor gets hit by splash or contact, they get pulled towards Harken, heal 25 HP, take an extra 25% damage from all of her attacks. The chain breaks if Harken is stunned or too far away, 25-second cooldown. Her last ability is Immolate. On use, Harken stabs herself, dealing 80 damage and 20 bleed damage. This ability regenerates massive amounts of noise and causes her to get a significant speed boost, but is unable to do this while enraged, 35-second cooldown. Take a step away from the killers now. We should talk about the civilians, as they will be the main thing you play as in this game. As of right now, there are 11, technically 12 civilian abilities. Punch, Revolver, Bonus Pad, Caretaker, Banana Peel, Taunt, Cloak, Block, Adrenaline, Dash, and Hot Dog. These can all be divided into 3 categories: Clobberers, Supports, and Survivalists. Clobberers. These are your Punch or Revolver civilians. Both serve a very important role by delaying for any civilians in chase. Let's start with Punch. Punch is a melee stun and has very heavy whiff penalty, allowing for 2 M1s if the killer times it right. Upon landing, the killer takes 25 damage and is stunned for 3 seconds. Given the risk of this stun, it is better used when you know it is going to land. The ability has 40 seconds of cooldown. Next is Revolver. It is a ranged stun and doesn't have very much end lag. Upon landing, the killer takes 50 damage and is stunned for 2 seconds. This stun is best used at mid-range. Long range is dodgeable and close range is harder to land. You shouldn't use this move in chase as you don't need very much from it. After shooting, you will have to reload. Each stage of this move has a 15-second cooldown and having the move lowers stamina by 10. Supports. These are your healers and non-stun chase helpers. Caretaker. After a short windup, Caretaker swings a potion of healing forward, healing survivors by 10 and then by another 10 over time. The regeneration part does not stack, only resetting the regeneration to 10 HP. This also gives the civilians healed a small speed boost. It isn't usable in chase, but you can run with it, albeit slower than usual. You can heal up to 3 civilians at once, but you lose 25 HP from having this ability. 30 seconds of cooldown. Banana Peel. Banana takes out a peel launcher, blasting a banana peel a small distance in front of them. If a killer steps on the banana, they get ragdolled for a short time. Banana can also step on their own peel. Other civilians are not affected, 15 seconds cooldown, but they have 1 second of cooldown in Showtime LMS, and it also deals 25 damage. Taunt. Taunt is a close range slowing ability. The taunt will shout at the killer, making tons of noise, while a gradually widening hitbox appears over a short period of time. On hit, the killer is highlighted, their screen will be covered with taunt civilians, and they will be slowed while giving the taunt damage immunity. Missing it embarrasses you to everyone according to the game, and this ability has 25 seconds of cooldown. Bonus Pad. The builder bends down, making a large noise as he bangs a hitman on the ground, creating a bonus pad. The bonus pad will be active for 40 seconds before disappearing. Stepping near the bonus pad will increase the civilian speed by a considerable margin for 2 seconds. This ability lowers your base HP by 10. Survivalist. These are your selfish abilities. Block. Upon use, the civilian raises their arm up for 2 seconds, blocking most forms of damage in the game. Upon the block getting hit, the civilian gets taken out of the animation and is given 10 HP and a speed boost, and the killer is given helpless for a small duration. 40 seconds of cooldown. Cloak. When used, the civilian makes themselves invisible and undetectable for a few seconds. They are put on exhaustion, which is where the survivor can't regenerate stamina and loses stamina much faster. Getting hit while Cloak takes you out of it immediately, getting rid of all end lag. Naturally Unshrouding plays a short animation with some end lag. 50 seconds of cooldown. Adrenaline. The survivor makes a loud scream, highlighting themselves to everyone for the 6 seconds they get speed. The civilian runs incredibly quickly, but this is balanced out by playing a short animation and getting put into exhaustion for 2 seconds after the ability ends. 35 seconds cooldown. Dash. The civilian dashes forward instantly, expelling 35 stamina. This ability does not require 35 stamina to use. It takes you to 0 if you use it below 35. 15 second cooldown. Hot dog. Whenever this ability is activated, the civilian takes out a hot dog, munching on it loudly. The survivor recovers 15 HP, gets an extra 15 base HP, and loses 5 base stamina. You get fatter as you eat. HP caps at 125 with a 30 second cooldown. Another topic I'd like to discuss about civilians are synergies. Currently there are only 2. Love Shot. Combination between Caretaker and Revolver. The lowering of stats applies from both abilities. The only thing that changes is that Revolver on hit regenerates HP by 15. Care Pad. Combination of bonus pad and Caretaker. Same thing applies here. The bonus pad gets changed into a Care Pad, regenerating 2 HP per tick instead of speeding up. The pad only lasts for 30 seconds. And here we arrive to the end of this video. Starting from the time this video is posted, I promise I'll make an upload about weekly, no more than 2 weeks between one. This video marks the start of genuine uploads again and the start of the consistent channel. Thanks to you all who stayed until this point. Have a good day, good morning, good night, whenever.